Good morning, y'all. Come on in, hit that like button. Welcome back to Truth Hurts, Crime, and Justice, honey. Y'all, how long it's been since I've been on this channel? I don't even know. Come on in, y'all. Hey, Miss Patsy. Hey, Natasha. Hey, Miss Carla. Hey, Lady Marie. Good morning, Mika. Who else we got in the building? Good morning, Miss Lynn. Hey, Cam. Uh, who else we got in the building? I need to cut my thing off. Hey, boss. Hey, Young Riaz. Hey, Melissa Boo. Y'all come on in here and hit the like button. We're going to get started in just a minute. I did drop the link. I saw Fawn earlier. I don't know if she's still Yeah, Mika, it's been a long It's been a minute, girl. We back. Yep, we back. Took a minute. Uh y'all give me a second. Let me cut my heat off. Okay, y'all. Alright. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I got a little space heat in my office because y'all know I don't like heat like that for real, but if I get a little chill, I cut my little heat on. But I can hear it, so it bothers me. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. But if I get chilly, I cut it back on. But anywho, how's everybody's Thursday going? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? Oh, let me take this banner down. Let me see. Miss Lynn be coming with it, don't she? Yeah, so listen, y'all, I am here today. Hey, amazing. Amazing, I got your message about what you want me to ask Sugar. I didn't get it though till after. But I'll ask her for you. I sure will. I'll ask her. She's supposed to be here today, but I'm a little tardy. So she might have had something to do, but well, she may be here. But yeah, I just chose to. It's so much. I want to say it's so much about this, but not a whole lot for real. For real, it's just that people are making a lot of it. Of course, because to be honest, it's a lot of thoughts and opinions going around, but there's no actual. I hate that my thing is so sensitive now. Y'all, I got to upgrade on my camera system. And when I tell y'all that thing is so sensitive, somebody could be across the street down the road. Yesterday, the garbage truck pulled up, and I guess the camera caught a glimpse, and it just went crazy. Hey, fun baby girl.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Wonderfully.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, girl.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, but I was telling the people's fun, baby, that it's a lot that's being said, but not a lot of official, uh, you know. news out there. Because
I think a
you,
lot of people are putting their feelings into it instead
I
of,
know, and that's what I'm trying not to do because I feel a way too as well.
yes, because sometimes our feelings can get in the way of what actually is. And I
Mhm.
think because prior to this accident, days prior, she
Mhm.
put out a video exposing the industry that she has dealt with. So they're trying to link the two together.
Mhm.
In all
Mhm.
actuality, the two probably has nothing to do with one another.
And you know what? That is a possibility. And oh, excuse me, y'all. And that's why, what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying not to do. I'm actually trying not to. Because listen, a lot of people feel like there's no such thing as coincidences. I honestly do feel like there's a such thing as coincidences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I just feel like you know what? When I go to thinking about the fact that she did come out and speak like not too long before this happened, I think about the fact that they would be some idiots to do something like this so soon after she spoke out.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing we don't know is what she had going on as far as in real life concerning her issues with the record company, right? So we don't
Mm-hmm.
know we don't know if she you know, had already taken steps to do something about the fact that she felt like her money was being stolen. So we just don't know. But and it's okay not to know because one thing I do know we'll never know everything. But I just don't like when people just put their own spin on it just for a click in the view.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
just don't like that. I really don't.
People try to keep an open mind. You get what I'm saying? And me personally, until I hear her own family come out and speak, until I see facts and receipts, we
At
can
this
all
point,
sit here all day and assume what could have happened. You get what
absolutely.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Margie, for blessing the channel. Miss Margie, I must say I love you dearly. You were the first to bless the T channel with the first super chat since we've been back, monetized, and you did it on this one too as well. And thank you so much, Miss Margie. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you for the she said I haven't looked into this. I was waiting on you, Truth. Thank you, Miss Margie. Thank you. To be honest, Fun Bear, let me tell you when I will okay. Even though I have my thoughts, even though, sometimes my mind wanders to be honest, the only way I would really, really just hardcore entertain foul play is if, some type of police report or official report comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Autopsy
Mm-hmm.
report, autopsy report, because, you got people saying she was actually deceased before the accident happened. They're saying all this stuff, but there's no
Mm-hmm.
evidence of it. And to be honest, you know how I am, especially when it comes to this channel. I don't want to be entertaining all this extra crap. Like, give me some court papers, show me some
Yeah.
documents. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's
Because see,
me.
the
And to
thing
me,
about it
I don't
is,
see
go ahead, babe. Go
them,
ahead.
whoever them is, would sacrifice eight other people just to get to one. I'm not saying
Well,
it's possible, but
yeah, because according to the streets, when I say according to the streets, y'all, please don't take it as gospel. It's things that I've heard floating around, but according to the streets,
rumors.
yeah, rumors. So much money was involved that they probably felt like, hey, collateral damage. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we just never know, and that's the thing we don't know. I just wish at this point, and I know it's not. Hey, it ain't even been a week, so
Right.
I just wish, and that's what pisses me off. Let me say this before I say what I was about to say. I actually entertained a channel for about 10 minutes that actually said when they came on talking about it, they said now mind you, this channel, the title of the video or whatever was saying something about the sun saying something about an autopsy report. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Then I click on it, I listen, and the person comes on saying it's been weeks since Angie Stone passed away. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm out. When I click on you, when I click on you in the first, in within the first couple of minutes, it's a whole you telling a whole lie. That's it for me.
Mm-hmm.
It
Well,
has
my
not
thing
been
is,
weak.
whatever you come out and state and say to quote unquote be truth, have receipts to back it up. Because if not, I'm gonna keep on going. Because your opinion is just that.
Right, right. But like I said, to me, honestly, for me, I want to keep talking about this just because, like I say, and I still can't explain to this day why this hit me so hard and why I feel so passionate about it. Maybe it is because deep down inside I do feel like it's some foul play. But the fact of the matter is it has not been proven, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I say, to be honest, to for me to entertain anything other than this could have been a tragic accident,
Mm-hmm.
until they come out with some type of, this was a whole accident. It wasn't just a death; it was a whole accident. So there should be some proof, some type of investigation into that. I'm sure they're gonna do an autopsy. You know what I'm
And of
saying?
course, talk to the people that survived, and hopefully, they will be
Exactly.
truthful in what actually happened.
Exactly. Now that's another thing. I had a photo of actually because I think it was on Sugar's community while I had made a screenshot, but I didn't upload it of all the other 8 people that was in the van. And when I come back, I'm gonna make sure I have that. But I do have a photo of the alleged uh driver. Now, it's been things said out there about him that he was high. I mean, I done seen he was high. I
Mm-hmm.
also heard he was part of the plan. He was part of the plot. You think so,
I
Miss
just
Margie?
need
Miss Margie, I
receipts.
respect your comment, but I'm gonna take it out just because it got the N word in it. Okay, but I see you. I see you. Let me see if it'll let me. I think somebody already did it because it won't let me.
It's already.
Okay, all right. You know what, Miss Margie, I respect your opinion. A lot of people just feel so adamant about, something just ain't right. You know,
But Miss Margie, to make that statement, you have to have receipts to back that up as to why. I don't know. I'm different. I just have an open
thank you,
mind.
Miss
You
Margie.
have to show me proof. I
Yeah,
can't go by hearsay.
yeah. And then, like I say, by the time it's been what almost a week, not quite, but you got so much stuff out there and so much stuff being said. And the sad part about it is 80% of what's being said is just not true.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so hard to decipher what to believe, what to entertain, what to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because all the lies are being put out here. So when the truth gets out here, you have to cipher through all the lies to get to the truth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the bottom line is this. This is so sad. I feel
Hmm.
so sad. I feel sad for her daughter, her son, her grandbabies. I feel sad for her. I feel like she was taken away way too soon. Was the same way I feel about you know death, just
Hmm.
period. A lot of times, and
Hmm.
it's just sad. That lady, when I look at that live she did, that last live she did, she was so full of life. She was selling her
Hmm.
product. She was apparently still, traveling and doing concerts and things of that nature. Um,
In
I
that
just feel
video you showed, shoot, she looked good. As far as
yeah,
her
that was actually
body,
at
her
the
movements, she looked good.
yeah, that was actually at the ball that she performed at, the one she left coming, when she started traveling. That was one of her last performances.
Hmm.
hmm yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, wow.
I just really feel bad, and I pray for her children, her grandchildren, her family, and close friends. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they lost a good person.
Oh my God, a blessing, a songbird. Like she was so talented. Like she
Hmm.
she she was just and since I've been, researching stuff, once you start researching stuff pop up. I got saved in my little watch list, uh some performances she did, and I would have loved to see her in concert. I know she performed a lot here at the casino, but I ain't big on concerts. I'm just not too big on concerts. Some people I would love to see in person, but I just never have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, she has rambling. She has been in the industry for a long, long time. I actually got a performance, and each time I go live about this, I'm gonna play two or three of them. But when she was in that little rap group, she started out in a little rap group. It takes Sugar to talk about it. That's why I wish she was
Mm-hmm.
here, because we sit over there and listen to Sugar. Sugar know the history, baby.
What,
Um,
I know we ain't supposed to say that, but you need to text her.
who
Cause
Sugar?
yeah, she just went. I'm gonna go over there and tell her to come over here. Hold on.
She live?
Yeah, I just didn't want to say it because I know you don't like.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's okay. She probably thought I wasn't going live. That's
Hold
okay.
on.
That's okay. But yeah, y'all. Like I say, I want to talk about this. I do want to talk about it. Um, but I just don't want to entertain, everything that's surrounded it. I will, listen to a couple. Now, I like I say, it's a lot of content creators that's got content. It's a couple that I've been watching that I will halfway entertain. What you say, remember Dr. J Ball? It to my era with Ring Ding Dong. Oh yeah, yeah. She wrote Sugar Hill Gang hit. I didn't know that, Ramley. I did not. See, it just be stuff you be learning. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff you be learning. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That woman was a talent. Yeah, she was Ramley, and I think it's so. Cause being our age and thinking about it, 63 years old is still young for us. We like to think it's still young. Hell, we closer to 63 than 33.
She said she coming.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. But I even saw something where it was being said that the Sprinter van that they were traveling in was actually hit by another vehicle before. Well, which is the reason why it flipped. And like I say, accident reports are public information. I feel like if the accident report is complete, because Lord knows, the police take forever to actually put out official reports.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the first thing I want to see. Like I honestly want to see and read what's on that accident report, and then two, I want to know if an autopsy has been done or will be done, and to know that she wasn't actually like drugged or deceased before the accident. Hey, sugar. Hey,
I was
girl.
late. Am I late, y'all?
Hey,
Well, no,
sugar.
because I'm late, and I thought you felt like since I was late, I wasn't coming.
Nah, girl, I just woke up. I was like, oh shit. I'd have missed everything. I said I'd have missed everything and shit.
Oh no, sugar. We just not getting started, girl. Because I had something to come up this morning too.
Girl, did not come up with me. This air mattress, this motherfucker air mattress won't let me go.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad Fun caught you then, because I showed looking for you. I say I want to hear Sugar speak. I want my Sugar because I know she know the history.
Girl, I'm so glad to be doing this. Hey, keep it cute. What's up,
Hey,
buddy boy?
sugar. I said, girl, we waiting on you. Come on over
I
here.
know. I said, oh shit. I woke up and said I missed everything.
No, no, we here,
Okay.
we here. But yeah,
Okay.
Sugar. Before you get started, before we get into it, Sugar, I was just telling the people, I just feel so sad, and I feel so sad, but on top of feeling sad, I just feel a way about all the rhetoric that's out there, Sugar. And I know,
Yeah.
Sugar, I know you adamantly believe that it's some foul play. And like I said, I deep down inside feel that way too as well. I just don't like the spin that these people,
I
um,
know.
you know what I'm saying?
I know. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking when you think about it. Like,
Let me
I
shout
mean, I
out.
know.
Let me shout out Rambling. Thank you, Rambling, for supporting the channel. You say you in and out in the bushes. Thank you so much for your support, sweetie. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Shook.
Um.
Oh, let me ask you
It's,
this too before we get started, because Amazing's in the chat. Amazing Bless been trying to type in your chat and she thinks she's blocked.
oh, girl, that's a long story. Hi, amazing. Hi. Um. I gotta get my laptop in order to unblock everybody. I was like, everybody shut down.
Yeah, I
So
know. That's
I
all
gotta
right.
unblock, but I need a laptop in order to do it. And my
Yeah,
laptop is still in Fort Wayne. That's where all of my stuff is at. So that's why I'm like, I'm dying here. I don't want to buy nothing because I got everything in Fort Wayne.
right.
So
She
I gotta get
understand.
back up to it. Yeah, but I'm
Well,
going to
just know
unblock
she be in the bush.
everybody.
Just know she be in the bushes listening.
She be listening to my crazy ass. Lord have mercy. Me
Thank you, Miss
bubbling and
Margie.
crying.
Thank you, Miss Margie. I appreciate you, girl. Yeah,
Um,
sugar. So
this is it's
you know,
heartbreaking. I just
I'm here and fun. You and fun got it. I'm here though. I just want to hear your take on everything that's being said at this point. I got some
well,
videos. I got some videos and some other stuff that we can get into too. But yeah,
there's a
what
whole lot
you
of information out there. That's why I was like, I'm nervous because there's so much information. It's like, okay, now you got to decipher what's the rumor mill, what's the truth.
exactly?
Because a lot of people are just speculating shit. They trying to say that she was dead before she got in the car. Come on, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm like, no, they was driving, yo. They was driving. I don't know. Looking at that accident, just looking at the
Well,
scene
this
of the
is the
accident.
driver, and I got shout out to you because I got a lot of
Mhm.
stuff off your community. Wow.
I was throwing it up there, girl. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
I need one more subscriber on WSUG YT Talk Radio. Why am I at 49 and you got to have 50 to go live? They wrong.
Somebody dropped Sugar's link to that SUG channel. Y'all know her backup channel. Somebody dropped the link so we can get at least 5 people to be safe to go over there and subscribe so she can get her 50. Y'all do that for your girl. Hey Terry
Thank
Reed.
you.
Thank
Do
you so
y'all
much,
think that
Terry.
he a nice looking man? Now the driver ain't bad looking. He ain't a bad looking
I
man.
swear I look like that. Know this man shit. He might look like one of my
No,
uncles or something, but I swear he look.
right?
I know this man. Thank you, Miss Janice, for supporting
Like
the
I
channel,
swear,
baby.
I swear, I think I know him too. I'm
Thank
like,
you,
dang,
Miss
he look
Janice.
familiar.
Yes. So
We
wife
always
and
think
mama
we know
just went
people.
over and subscribed. So you got that one, but we're gonna get
Thank
like 5 more.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hmm.
So this is the driver. But did you see the picture I got of him close up? Maybe them was boogers on his nose at the end.
I actually got that picture, but I didn't upload it. What you say, boogers?
Yeah, I maybe boogers or some residue of crack on the nose, or not cracks, cocaine. Like I just
Let me try to upload
look at the
that. Let me
nose.
see.
And he did a selfie. I'm like, I know we do selfies sometimes. There'll be a little spot of booger or a little something on there, but it just looked like it was like was his nose running? I
Well,
don't know.
keep talking. I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna upload that picture.
I don't know. I think somebody got paid. Now, who is he? Did he play an instrument? Because I'm trying to count the people in the band. See that my thing is I'm counting everybody in the band. It's the twins, the girls. Sharita and Shanita, one of them, 44 years old. They are twins. They are backup singers. And then she got the bass guitar. She got the lead guitar. She got the drummer. And she got the keyboard. That's 6. Driver 7, her 8.
I
See?
didn't screenshot that pic. I didn't edit that crop that picture, y'all. But that's the picture Sugar talking about. Let me go
Look
out
at
and
his
edit
nose.
it and come back. Keep talking.
Don't y'all think something wrong with his nose? Where did Keep It Cute go? Something wrong with his nose. I don't know, y'all. They killed her.
She dropped down. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat. She dropped down.
They killed her. They killed her. They killed
So
her. They killed her.
you adamantly believe that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Her,
people that feel that way.
look, they 16 years old is when she started sequence. She was
Mhm.
16. So she been working Arista, Clive Davis, all of them. She been working with all of them, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
when she started tallying up, it was the royalties and something else she said. And my megas and my something, my royalties and my something. I got to go back and look at it, but just go with royalties. All right. That alone, she's worth 7 million in royalties. That's what they saying on the news. Or she's worth 7 million, right? Now I'm saying 40 years in the business, she didn't get no royalties. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. We passed. I think they owe her like some billions for real. Cause look at what you call them um sampling her funk you right on up. I'm going to funk you right on up. Bruno Mars. That alone should be bringing her a couple 100,000 grand. I don't know how royalties work. If I knew how that worked and the numbers work, then it
Mhm.
seemed like they owe her a lot of money and they were scared. They were scared she
Mhm.
was gonna come after them. She was like, "Don't get it twisted. I know the dogs that took my money. I'm coming."
Mhm.
And then they probably was, I think she was getting. See, now look at you got to bring the nose up. Now my ass is all nosy with the shit. I'm looking in the nose. Look at him. He looked like he in shock. Was that a recent picture?
Oh, this a
Did
recent
you?
picture.
I don't know. And I'm acting like I'm talking to him. Like,
He
did
definitely
you
look
take
older
a
in this
pan?
picture than he did in this one. Let me bring that one
That's
back
right.
up. He look
It
a little
must be.
older.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
look. See, he looked like he
Yeah.
had been through something in that other picture. Now, what you doing?
Uh-huh.
You done
You
killed
know, it's
Angie?
report. Well, I said reports, but there's stuff out there saying that he was high. He may
Yeah,
have fallen asleep. It's a lot. It's a lot.
why? The son seems to think that somebody did something to her before she got into the car. All
Yep.
right.
I saw that.
That's what
Yep.
the son's saying. I think the son is they said is trying to, be an up and coming rapper. Okay, well if he was gonna be a rapper, he would have done it by now. With Angie Stone as his mother backing him, if he was really serious about a rapping
Well,
career,
Angie
he would
Stone
have
is
been
his
doing
mama, and D'Angelo is his daddy.
it. Right.
I mean,
Like
come on now.
he could have popped like right away. All right. The daughter
Uh-huh.
had sung backup for Angie. So the daughter sings too, Diamond. She sings.
Oh, does
She
she?
has she's been on. I put a
Wait
copy
a minute. Hold
of
on,
her.
sugar. Candy corn. I have not heard about that.
Let me
Um,
get it.
I have not, but I sure would look it up. I haven't heard about that. Mm.
Copy. Did
Okay,
you hear
good,
it?
sugar.
Okay, wait. I'm looking at the things too. I'm sure to know what she's talking
Yeah, she talking about a guy that allegedly unalived his parents here where I am.
about.
Yeah, I didn't know
Ooh.
about that.
The Funky Four Plus more dude, Diamond Daddy. Exactly, Ramblin'. That's her dad. All right, so she sings, y'all. She sings. She has sung backup for Angie Stone. You can see her in some of. If you go to the website on Angie, you see her daughter
Send
is
me what
singing
you
backup for
send
her.
me what you have, Candy. Go ahead, sugar. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Um, I think that the daughter is going to pick up the fight. I know one of them. She only got two grandkids, a boy and a girl.
Uh huh.
And from the daughter, I don't know if the son has had any kids, but I don't think so because that's all they mentioning. His Diamond and her two kids. And then if you go to Lady Diamond, that's Ladi Diamond, and look on her Facebook, which I really didn't want to go too in depth, like taking stuff off her Facebook, but she's very open and about how she's feeling.
Okay.
There's a one post she put in there. She said, "I am enraged," like more so like the son. You would expect the son to be like rah rah, you know what I mean? But I think the subtleness of her daughter and knowing that she's been on the road with her and all of that, I think
Hmm.
she kind of get the
And
grasp.
that woman probably talked to her daughter. Her daughter probably
Oh
know
yeah,
more than we think.
yeah. She left some information with somebody because she knew something was going to happen. Now the rumor mill is saying that she was getting threats. If you go out, we gonna do something or whatever, which
Right,
prompted her to say, "If anything happens to me, y'all know this is the reason why."
right, right.
So, did we was listening to something where she was saying on that she got sick and her blood had got a staph infection,
Yeah, we
septic.
listened to that live, the live where she was saying she had been stuck with a needle, and apparently
Right.
the needle was, infected or whatever,
Septic.
and it infected her bloodstream. She had sepsis. That's deadly.
Yep. Yep. That's deadly than a mug. That could kill you, take you right
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah,
I think that's why she looks so like she's been sick but coming back in the
yeah.
latter
Because she
picture.
had been sick and had just really come
Hmm.
back for real, for real.
There's a,
Hmm.
clip of her, somebody pushing her in a wheelchair, and she's talking to the wife of the guy who's pushing her. She said, "I just want to thank you for allowing your king to push me, while I'm shopping." She
Yeah,
said that.
she was a type 2 diabetic woman. Yeah.
Yep. And I feel her on that because that type 2 diabetes ain't no joke. I got it.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
bad.
That's
Um,
probably why she lost so much weight. She had to.
yeah. She looked like she was recovering. If you look on her last performance,
Did you see the clip I played of her last performance?
yes,
Mhm.
she looked
She
like
look.
she's recovering.
And she actually looks good to me.
She
Honestly,
looked
she did
good.
look
She
good.
lost a lot of weight.
Uh huh.
Yep, right, Candy. She lost a lot of weight. Her voice sounds good. She moving good. You know what I mean? I think the sickness kind of took a lot out of her, which when you get in your 60s, shit take a lot of shit draw from out your body. I'm here to
Mhm.
let you know when you
Yeah.
go through some shit, it just shows all over you. It's like no way, like when you young, you can bounce back with that, right? Oh hell no. That bounce back ain't
Absolutely.
as quick.
Absolutely, girl.
That's why this
Absolutely.
back got my motherfucking ass because that bounce back ain't that quick.
I
It's like
know.
lay down for 3 days.
Girl, listen.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. But I know that she was gonna tear it up when she got to Baltimore. I know she was getting ready to hit the road, because she got to make that money, got to keep on going. That's why
Yeah,
Diana Ross is
she
bad.
was a go getter. Now we can
Oh
never take
yeah,
that from her. She was a go getter.
no. Even in her kitchen, I don't care if I got to sit in the chair and do it. Like, like
And that's
when
what
you
I
got.
heard her speaking about that. She was like, I started that. She was like, it wasn't that for me to pull up a chair and sit down and relax and get into it.
Yep.
Hmm.
She'd have to pull up a chair. I'm just so salty that, like, I only got to see one concert of Angie Stone, and that was when it was the Rappers Convention. I don't know if y'all remember that. Might be going back. It was a Rappers Convention where they
Hmm.
was all there. Curtis Blow, Sugar Hill, Sequence. It was a Rappers Convention concert
Hmm.
in like the 80s, I think, and they were all there, and that's the only time I got to see her. And then she did one the sequence do they was doing their thing, and then she broke out in a single, and then it was just one song, and that was it. But that
Hmm.
that was the baddest motherfucking concert. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Tonto, jump
Oh
on
yeah,
it. Y'all know
yeah.
that. Dun, dun, dun. Y'all know,
Hmm.
keep it down there. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. It's the rap song was them.
Yeah, I
It
know
was
what you're
Sugar
talking
Hill.
about.
Yeah, it was all of them. I swear they was.
It's that song where Carlton got that dance to. Isn't that song that go dun 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 dun
Dun, dun,
dun
dun,
dun?
dun, dun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, girl. That's the one, girl. That I went to the concert not to see Sequence, but I went to go see Sugar Hill. Now the Sugar Hill gang, I was like, hold on, and Curtis Blow was there. Like they was jamming. You could tell they was having fun. It was probably a little bit lighter and it wasn't so heavy. You know what I mean? The concert was light and everybody was partying. I just know we couldn't wait for a sequence to come on and do their ring, ding dong. Like the whole thing was good. So when I think about how young she was when she started that, and then I think about the warning she put out there before us so we could hear, and then
Mm-hmm.
she's a revolutionary. That's why I'm like, we need to put our fist in the air for this one because she was like all about unity. You made me, you truth reminded me of R&B divas, which made me go back and look at R&B divas. Angie was constantly trying to bring them together.
Girl, I watched that. Listen, I love that show. And I got it on my brain to go back and watch it to myself just to see her in it. But yeah, I loved her in that reality show. Yup.
Yeah. She was constantly trying to come up with an ideal to sing a group song together. They shut it down. Kiki Wyatt was crazy as hell on that shit.
Still
Um,
crazy as hell. They said the
is
girl with a
crazy.
cousin. Come on now.
Adore.
And she done
Everywhere
had
the man got to
and she
go.
done had 15 babies since that show, so hell.
Girl, she just kept getting knocked up everything, every time. Back to back
Hmm.
to back. She didn't even give her body a rest. God damn it. That girl can sing
When
her
she
ass
get
off.
older, baby, her body is gonna
Yeah.
tell it. You hear me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be messed up.
That woman, I've always said, even when I saw her on that show, I said she ain't right. Now that she got now she can sing. That girl can sing.
Yeah,
She
she
can
can say.
sing.
Mm-hmm.
But she prays as the best boo.
Crazy. Crazy girl, shout out. She gone. She's straight gone. Gone.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, but all of them, even I thought the girl from Brownstone was a little bit
Oh,
like I'm the
I
shit.
never could get her. Like I never. Now Kiki, I can deal with because I like Kiki, and I
Yeah,
think Kiki just got issues. But I could not
yeah,
get with that one from Brownstone. I could not get
no.
with her at all.
She really thought she was the shit's naive, and I'm gonna say, oh girl, you no. Just because you can hit them notes right
You
there
know,
with
don't get it
you
twisted. They all were talented,
they
but I
all
mean,
were
why
talented.
you gotta feel like you up here above everybody? All of you
Right.
all are talented.
And then she was doing like, trick of the words, trying to start a foundation, you know what I mean? And then Angie was like pissed. She said, look, I thought it was an organization that we was donating to. It ain't
Right,
even on the map. She was like, it's not even out there. Like, she was like, well, I'm getting ready to pull the chair out from underneath your big ass and kick it. Angie was like, I'm not having it. Nah, man.
right, right.
I
Hmm.
literally stopped going to a play that I was supposed to be in so I can entertain this event. It's supposed to be a Brownstone reunion. She said we're only singing two songs. Like they was going back and forth, but Angie seemed
And
to
it's
be
Rosie. Hmm.
the anchor, in that. So I just look at
Like I feel the way I saw Angie on that show is she was trying to keep the peace. Wait a minute,
yeah.
y'all got somebody backstage? Hold on. She no, that's fun, baby. She was trying to keep the peace. She was trying. She
Hmm.
was to me. She was the level-headed one because you had old girl over there who felt like she was above everybody.
Yes,
You
child.
know what I'm saying? And I felt like Angel was that one. She was that rock for me.
Yeah, she really was. She was trying to bring them together. Y'all, we got to come together. Y'all come together. Come on, y'all. Let's get in unity. So that's why I'm thinking that, with the strong presence that she had as far as that unity word, this is where I think, all right, y'all, we done let them slide now. They
Hmm.
done slid with left eye. Same situation. Five
Uh-huh.
people in the car, only left eye died. I mean, come on, man. Something got to, y'all doing
You know,
too
I
much.
was sitting there. Listen, sugar. I was sitting there listening to you, right? So I was sitting there listening to you, and I heard you compare, um, you know, what happened with her to Left Eye. Now, one thing you said that I didn't know, and correct me if I'm wrong. You said something about they Left Eye was associated with that same record label.
Yeah.
And when you talked about the comparisons, girl, I just a chill went through my
I
body.
was gonna give you chills on it.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah,
Same thing. She was trying to move over away from TLC, but keeping TLC with her, keeping them. But
yeah,
Left Eye was moving in a different direction, probably going into more of because every rap that she did on any TLC album was a meaning to it. HIV. Don't go chasing waterfalls. She said, you know what I mean? And three letters took him to his final. That was Left Eye
yep.
putting in her part on the song. So she was singing about revolutionary things.
Yep, yep.
You know,
And then she was on this spiritual journey type thing. And I think
yes,
about Angie and how Angie talked about, her spirituality and how,
yeah,
because see, once people get in the spirit, you can't stop
mm,
them. You gonna have to get rid of them because once
got
they in
to,
their spirit, you can't stop them.
can't. It don't matter. You know, like
When
some
that
people.
woman sat there and did that live stream, she was adamant. It wasn't no fear in
Oh,
her. Now
not no fear.
she did mention, she did say, and I will never ever forget that statement. She said, "I don't know what they might do not to have to pay me my money."
Right.
That
That
right
was the
there,
key. She said,
it
"I
keep.
don't know what."
Yep,
That
that's what she
that
said.
that tell you how much it was. It was a lot of money.
That's what she said. She sure
It was a
did.
lot of money. It was a lot. They owed her a lot.
Mhm.
And so,
Mhm.
it wasn't no just a couple, it wasn't a million or two. I think they was into the billions when it come down to what they owed her. And that's
I
why she's
don't
like,
know.
I'm going after y'all.
I don't know if it was that much, but I do know she was worth that much. To be
Yeah,
honest, for me, for
yeah,
me, for me, that woman and her talent was worth that much. I don't know if she
yeah,
made that much, but she was just so powerful.
yeah. I mean, in all of the things that she sung about, I mean, all right, sampling Gladys Knight. She
Hmm.
sampled Gladys Knight's Neither One of Us.
Girl.
Okay, did you heard that in the background? Do 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 do. Do do do
Hmm.
do. No more rain in this cloud. Do 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 do. That is Gladys Knight. Neither one of us. Okay.
Hmm.
Um.
Hmm.
The other one. Wait a minute. Hold on. They smile in your face. She
Yep.
sampled that.
Backstabbers.
Got
Backstabbers.
backstabbers. Right. What they do. There.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
she sampled. But she like Left Eye and like so many others like Candy Burst, a lot of them, they got credit for writing songs as well as singing them.
Hmm.
So I believe that Angie's royalties is coming from not only her singing the songs, but the songs she wrote.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
they owe that woman a lot of money, and they said we ain't give rate. They done spent the money. See, they done spent it. So I
Well,
done spent the
these
money.
people don't want to pay out no millions of dollars to
They want to
nobody.
give it back.
See, because you got to realize, in order to be taking her money in the first place, is greed. Greedy
Yes,
people don't want to give up the money. They don't want to give up the
they don't
money.
want to give it up. Nope, nope. They don't want to give up that money.
And when an evil person is greedy, that's where they don't care about life. Like they don't care. Like they don't. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
they don't give a damn.
Right.
And it's they thinking, I mean, I don't know, y'all. How many Caucasian singers have been killed like this? How many? Because
Well,
I haven't counted.
it's a history. It's definitely a history. Cause see, but the thing about it is, everybody's taking. Cause see, whenever we lose somebody, whenever we lose a Michael Jackson, whenever we lose a Prince, whenever we lose a Whitney, those, you got, and then it's the way that they pass away.
Yeah,
Cause just like we was talking about last week, we lost Roberta Flack. Everybody felt that,
yeah,
right? But it was
right.
when Angie passed, like she did, the way she did, it hit different.
Hmm.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. Because she was
So
taken
when
out.
you get
Like,
a Michael Jackson that passes away from the dope, when you get a Whitney Houston that passes away from the dope, you get a Prince
hmm,
that passes away. And it's definitely something to think about.
and then you get an Angie Stone or a Left Eye who really ain't known for doing drugs, who really ain't known for getting too off into that shit. They tried everything with Michael. He a pedophile. He took the kids to Never Never Ever Land.
Hmm.
Prince, Prince was weird. They did all these things to defame them, but they didn't get a chance to defame Angie. They didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
They jumped too fast. This was like, okay, y'all wanted to take her out, but y'all wanted to take her out fast because y'all know she had, y'all by the balls. She had y'all. She was getting ready to come after y'all. He said, hell no, we got to get this black bitch out of here. She's too powerful.
I excuse me, y'all. I do feel as though her voice would ring. It would
Yeah,
ring. I do feel that way.
yeah.
Now, like I say, it's I'm gonna take a note from your book and say the rumor mill is saying that another car, and I don't know if he was over here when I mentioned this. I heard that another car may have hit the van, which caused it to flip. They talk
Yep.
about the 18 wheeler that hit the van after it actually crashed, but
Right.
it's being said that another vehicle. And you know what? And when that person said that, I was like, bull crap. But then I think about it. This video right here, and before I say anything about the video, I'm gonna play it. The video I showed this in my hey, can handle the truth. I showed this in my initial live. Now at this point, I got two. I got an angle. I got one angle. Then I got a newer angle that they put out. But this is the one I initially showed in my live I did. Of the somebody riding down the street and getting images of the crash. And I thought about it because the person was like, "You don't hear any sound or anything coming from the vehicle. All you know is that somebody's driving and they're recording, right?" And my thoughts are, who was that person? Like, who did this video? Now
Who did
TMZ
it?
has it, right? But think about like who recorded this video? Who recorded this video? Was it somebody who was just riding down the street, saw an accident?
I think.
Listen, let me listen. Is it somebody that was just riding down the street, saw an accident and recorded, or is it somebody that knew that that was Angie Stone's vehicle that she was in, and they recorded it for proof that it had happened? Like, who recorded this video?
Right.
It's something to think about, though, right, Sugar? Because you got to think
Yeah.
about this. And then listen to another thing. Y'all come on now, listen. And we're gonna talk about this too, because I got a clip talking about this too. I got a clip from a channel that she broke it down. Listen, initially, remember when I talked we talked about it. They said it happened at 7 something in the morning, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
The accident actually happened before day, like
It was
about
like
four
4
something in the
o'clock.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
Here, here,
4:25.
here in my city, it's not daylight at 4 o'clock.
Right.
Not yet. It
Yeah,
actually, the
because
sun
daylight
begins
saving
to
time.
rise at about 6, closer to 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
This video that we're about to watch is broad daylight, and it's the aftermath because remember we said the van had been flipped.
Yep.
So this video was actually taken. It had to be at least an hour or more after the
Mm-hmm.
accident happened.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So let me play the video, y'all. Do I have it pulled up? Let me pull it up on y'all end. And we're gonna
But it
watch. Now
was.
I showed this video in my initial live that I did. It's the
Yep.
same one, but then I got another one that I'm gonna show too as well. So let's watch. You know what? Actually, I think that's the new angle. This is from the other side of the street, but I'm gonna play it. No, no, no. This the first one. This the first one we watched.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, cause I didn't see that truck. But this is the aftermath, y'all.
All right,
And
class.
as y'all can see, it's broad daylight.
Yeah.
This was way after this accident happened that this was taken. And like I say, my thoughts are who recorded this? Like who recorded this video
And put it out there.
and put it out there? They gave it to TMZ. But now I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna pull up, y'all. Give me a second, and I'm gonna pull up the other angle. I
And you
think
know
I
what,
hope.
Truth? you know how you see accidents. We all seen them riding down the
Yeah,
street, riding on the
yeah, that's what I
interstate,
said. Is
and
it
I
somebody
think
that
this
saw an accident and recorded it and
right
later
and
found out
didn't
that it was her? Yeah,
right. They found out after the fact.
right.
Cause y'all know if you give a video to like Associated Press, TMZ, all these other podcast outlets, they give you a little compensation for it. They got to make sure it's authentic. 'Cause whoever get in there first usually
Hmm.
gets the compensation. So they really be flooding people with a lot of videos. So they got to make sure the ones is right. But I do believe that a car hit them, knocked them off of the road, had them flip, and their final hit was the 18 wheeler. Who was the car that hit them first?
And see, I just got this feeling that I think the driver might have fell asleep
Mhm.
because that road can hypnotize you.
Yeah, it can.
Hmm.
It's done me like that.
Yeah,
Me too.
they talked about how they was actually at a show that had unlimited drinking. Maybe he had been drinking, maybe he was just tired. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it could have been just an accident. It
Hmm.
definitely could have been.
Yeah.
Um,
And you got to understand, sometimes you don't realize how tired you are until
Until
you
you
get
hit that
behind that wheel
road.
and start
Oh,
driving.
bitch, yeah. I had pulled over. When I say, I was
Hmm.
like, God damn, I don't care. It wasn't even at a stop. I pulled over on a safety guard and fell asleep. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Because
Hmm.
that
mhm.
driving it take you out. But and they had a long little haul to do because they was going from Alabama all the way up to Maryland.
Hmm.
And she
Girl,
had
let
a
me tell you,
scheduled show.
we finna get ready to watch a video, okay? Where
Okay.
this content creator said that it's even a discrepancy in that. First of all, she pointed out the time discrepancy, and then she also pointed out that the I guess manager or whoever said they was headed to Baltimore, but then somebody else said they was actually headed to Atlanta.
Right. That right. There was two, yeah. But
Hmm.
okay, so if they was oh shit, now truth, you done put some more shit in it. If they was
Well,
going to Atlanta, why would they take I-65? Why wouldn't they take I-75?
no, you take I-65. Listen. They was leaving Mobile
Uh-huh.
to go to Atlanta. Leaving Mobile to go to Atlanta, you actually do take I-65.
Okay, I-65, and you go, you catch the connection. Because you're
Yeah,
going across the map if you're going to Atlanta, right?
yeah. If they were going to, and now as far as Baltimore, like it's different routes. We all know that, and we don't know why people take the routes that they take. But yeah, in leaving Mobile, going to Atlanta, you could pass through here. It's logical.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, because that's right across. That's across the map. I can see them going through Alabama. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
mhm.
Coming from
Mhm.
South. What's
But that's
going
the
on?
thing. One the manager I think was saying something about they were going to Baltimore, but then
Right.
other accounts said they was going to Atlanta. So
What they doing?
Melissa said I thought they was going to Maryland.
I thought they was
Yeah,
going there
that's what I'm
too.
saying. Yeah, they were saying that they was going to Baltimore, Maryland. So I don't know. I don't know.
I
But we're
don't
gonna look to
know.
that video. But before we do, I found another actual a better video, y'all. The crash site. Can I blow this up? Yeah, me too, Rambling. Okay, so what? This is somebody that posted that said we passed the accident site on Angie Stone.
On tire marks.
I know that van was hit hard by that truck. Look at that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Look at the
All
tire
right,
marks.
I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop that because I'm
And
getting
it's
so
hard for
listening
them
to the.
semis to stop real fast too. It's
Oh,
hard,
absolutely, absolutely,
but
absolutely.
almost impossible.
Like
Hmm.
maybe They rigged the car to when they get up to a certain speed that the wheel lock
Hey,
and they
Miss
lose
Lisa
control
D,
of
how
the
you
car.
doing, girl?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
There's
yes,
all kind of
honey.
conspiracy theories to this day. He might have fell
Uh,
asleep. He might have lost control of the car. They might have rigged the car to where it got up to a certain speed, and once you get to a certain speed, the wheel lock up and it malfunctions. I mean, there's it's important that they do the. You know what, y'all? They're gonna sweep it under the rug. They're gonna sweep it.
the fact
They're
of the
gonna try
matter
their
is,
damnedest to.
the fact of the matter is, sugar. Listen, I know money talks when it comes to the world today, but it has to be a police report and it has to be an autopsy. It
Got it
has
be.
to be. Has to be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting on. Like, can we get that? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're
We,
gonna check
we,
that sprinter too to make sure the brakes were all right
Absolutely.
and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
yeah.
Absolutely. See, that's why I say those type of things take time. That's why people shouldn't be out
Yeah.
here just putting all kind of shit out there. You know what I'm
Right.
And
saying?
you know what? Earlier, Sugar, I said a lot of people's emotions are in this, so it makes
Yeah.
it hard. When your emotions
Yeah.
are in it, it's hard for you to think clearly of
It
the
really
facts
is.
and the truth
It really
because your
is.
feelings are caught up in it. You get what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I think
Yep.
that she came out with that live a few days prior, exposing the industry, and now people are trying to link the two together. When all
Yeah.
Hmm.
actuality, they probably have nothing to do with one another. But we have to sit
Could
back and
be.
be patient and wait to
And
get the
wait.
receipts and the facts.
Hmm. Oh, them facts and receipts is gonna come. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna come. It's and we gotta remember this a nasty industry, and they
Hmm.
real good at sweeping shit under the rug. They real good at hiding shit. They real good at hitting and hiding their hands in the payola. When they start talking about that money, that shit get real ugly. Then so some look. We poor around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ain't nobody got no money. So somebody offered me $100,000 to knock somebody off, and I'm used to having 200,000. You know what I mean? It might be like, well, let me go ahead and get this thing real quick. The desperate times sometimes I think cause for desperate measures, but uh, they doing this too much. That's what I mean. It's too much. It's too many. It's
And
too
I'm
much. It's too many.
interested in hearing what the survivors have to say, what actually
Yeah,
And
happened.
that's the thing. None of
yeah.
them had spoken.
They
Like
ain't
none
said
of them.
nothing.
Well, if they were badly injured, they may not be able to
They
speak
were
right
not
now.
badly injured. They were not. And the reason why we know that is because
Oh,
they were transported to a local hospital here and released the same day.
oh, okay, I
Hmm.
didn't know that. And they
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
spoken to anyone,
Well, I hadn't
or
seen
not the
anything.
media anyway.
Right,
No, not
right,
the
right, right,
media.
right.
I
Mm-hmm.
think it's all gonna come after the funeral. After they have there's two funerals. One is for the fans and friends, and then there's another funeral that's for the immediate family, small and intimate. But the family and friends one is in South Carolina, where she's going to be buried at, and they haven't announced the date for that. And I wish I had it like that, because I would go. I would
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
ride down to South Carolina and I would go to that because I
mm-hmm.
just want to be there because just the way it hit me. Like I was just I couldn't believe it. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I know they didn't do this now. It's different from Michael Jackson and all of them. All of them, but this one right here, I think it hit everybody a little different.
You know the reason why I think it hit everybody a little different because let's think about this. If Angie Stone had not gone live December 26, 2024, and stated
Mm-hmm.
what she stated, and she did a show and she was traveling and she had an accident, will people
Mm-hmm.
be thinking like this? Y'all hold on.
I don't think so.
Exactly. I think
Yeah,
not.
I don't think people would be
We
thinking
would
like
be
this.
everybody
Exactly.
be saying, "Oh wow, that was a freak accident." You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's why
Right.
I'm saying they're taking the two, her live, in this
Yep.
accident, and they're trying to entwine the two. Like Truth just
Yep.
said, if she never came out with that video
They would
and
have
we
never
never
thought
knew
that.
that, what would your thoughts be then? It would be, oh my God, a tragic
Hmm.
accident.
Like with Left Eye, she didn't come out with no shit. She wasn't, on no. She was on a spiritual journey, and then bam, the
But
accident
she
happened.
had already exposed the industry and she broke
Right?
it
Because
down.
she was working with Suge, so that's that whole Suge Knight shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this shit just get tangled up. That's some weird foul play, foul play. Flag on the
Mm-hmm.
play,
Left Eye
flag on
was
the
very
play.
vocal. She was very vocal.
She got away. She went to Honduras. She said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm going out the country."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that still didn't stop it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And then she brought people with her. It's like
And then she was the only one that passed in that vehicle.
she was the
That's
only
it.
one, and there was five
Yeah, she
people
was
in
the
there.
only one.
It's
Yeah.
five people in
Mm-hmm.
that Jeep. She's
But
the only
yeah,
one.
that's what I'm saying. Like, had she not made that statement, had she not done that live and said what she said, and she just
Mm-hmm.
so happened to do a show, traveling to another show, gets in an accident, tragically passes away.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be thinking with all these thoughts be running through our head, like with all
Mm-mm.
these
Nope.
narratives be put out here? You
No,
know what I
Nope.
mean?
I can
honestly,
answer
no,
that. Nope.
no. Me too. I can
It
honestly
just
say
would have.
no. I
It
would
just would
not.
have been It just would have been
A
a tragic
tragic
accident.
accident.
Right.
Yep. It just would have been a tragic accident.
Right. And that's why people are putting so many scenarios out here because they're speaking off of their emotions. You get what I'm
I
Absolutely.
know I
saying?
am. I
I'm finna
definitely
say,
am.
sugar. I hate to call you out, but I
No,
hear
I
your emotions in your voice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am straight in emotion about this shit.
Hmm.
I keep wanting to be a revolution. I mean, I just feel like every
Now,
black
Ramlin, that's
person in the
another thing that
world.
was done. That's another thing that was done. They are putting out an old video because see, a couple of years ago, people said that she had passed away, and she did a live saying she was not. And they're
Mm-hmm.
using that video from a couple of years ago because even OG told me, he said, "Do you know she did a live saying she's alive?" I said, when he told me, I didn't know that it was a video from a couple of years ago, right? So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
stop it. I'm like, stop it. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't tell me that these people don't put out here that this woman passed away and she don't went live and said she ain't. And then when I did further
Mm-mm.
research, that's when I found out that was an old lie. And people are actually putting that out here like she did that Saturday after she had passed away.
Oh, just to add insult to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My heart is broke
And
today.
then too, I don't think people realize, and me, I'm speaking from a life experience to
Mm-hmm.
whereas something tragic happens to your family member, right? Not only is there live streams at the crime scene, at the site, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
see this.
You gotta look at it.
Not only are people putting out footage of people actually recording certain things, you got to listen to lies being placed on
That
that.
on top of
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. That shit is heartbreaking. See,
Hell
what
yeah.
people don't realize is that when somebody loses a loved one, the loss of that loved one is hard enough, but to deal with the aftermath and to deal with
Ooh,
what comes after that is even harder. So
Mm-hmm.
just imagine losing a loved one, and then you
yep.
got all this stuff out here on social media or in the news at this point, and it's just adds on and builds on and adds on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Ramley, it adds on to your grief.
It
It
Mm-hmm.
does.
adds on to your grief when you
Yes, it
already lost
does.
your loved one, and you know you lost your loved one tragically, and you can't
And it's
even click on social media without
all over the
seeing it over and
news.
over and over and over again.
Child,
Right.
tell
See,
me
people
about it.
don't think about that.
Jesus.
People
And
don't
that's
think
why
about
we
Child.
that.
can't be part of spinning the narrative and going with the narrative and just sit back and be patient and wait until the
Mm-mm.
facts come out.
People go live, y'all. People go live where people are actually laying down on, on the
On the
ground or something,
ground. Yes,
deceased.
child.
They actually
Yes.
record it, actually put it
Yes.
out there. Not
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
thinking
they
about the
do.
family has to see that shit.
Don't care. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I'll
think
be
that's
totally
sick.
honest with y'all. When my niece got murdered, she got shot 9 times at a party, right? And it was
Right.
like hot in that area. So like when I was woke up by my dad at
Mhm.
like it happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. My dad was at my door at like 5:30. Okay,
Mhm.
so then the news, because it was a female, and it was you didn't hear right back then 2010 about a female getting shot up, so it
Right.
was on the news, right? And it was
Right.
they just kept playing it. So why, my crazy ass and my emotional ass, fucked up state, I called the damn cable company and cussed them out and told them to turn the damn news off.
Girl, I had to call. Listen, I had to contact Facebook. I had to contact Facebook in tears
Yes,
and say, "Can y'all please take this
please,
down?
please take it down.
Can you please
Hmm.
take it
Please,
down?"
Jesus.
Now, I don't want to not go on Facebook because that's how I'm reaching out to my peeps. People are reaching out
Right.
to me. So I don't want to
Yeah.
not go on Facebook, but I don't want to go on
See
Facebook. And
it.
every time I go on Facebook, I see
There
my
it
son
go.
lying on the ground. Can y'all please
There it
take it
Right.
is.
down?
Yeah, that's
With these
sick.
yellow goddamn things, the envelopes all around, and how many bullets was on it, all that shit. They showed my niece running out the door. I'm like, are you serious right now? With the flares
Mm.
of the gun. They showed it. I'm like, I, my,
You know, I
I,
just think nowadays, y'all, the world is desensitized, y'all.
they are desensitized as
The
Hmm.
world
hell.
is desensitized. It's
They don't
sad.
care about it. No, they
And
It's
don't.
then I
They
think
sad.
a
don't
lot
care.
of people just don't have empathy anymore. You
Yep.
get what I'm saying?
None,
Yep.
none.
Yep.
Compassion.
They don't
Yep.
There's no
care.
compassion or empathy
None,
anymore.
Yep.
none,
I
none,
don't
none at
have to
all.
know you to feel your pain and have
Yeah,
compassion and empathy for you.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes. It ain't no
Absolutely.
joke. It ain't no
You
joke. I
know what
don't.
the
I
first
have
thing on people you know what the first thing on people's mind nowadays when they record something or go live about something? Going
I'm gonna go
viral.
viral. I'm gonna go
Going
Going
viral.
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 Say it, girl. I'm going viral with this one.
Because they
Yep.
don't care.
I'm
Oh, it
gonna
ain't
go
me. I
viral.
don't care. It's not me.
No, it
Right.
ain't me. Yeah,
It
I ain't
ain't my
affected by it.
family. It ain't my
It ain't
family
my
Right.
people.
people. Yep, it ain't my people's. I don't
Yeah,
give a
today the
damn.
world lacks compassion and empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy to show. And then
Yeah.
if you're an empathic person, and I try to myself taper it down, because I know that I be going through my own little shit. It might be a little sensitive right about now, but nah, not with this one. This one, like, God damn. I was just like, God damn, get the fuck
Well,
out of
listen.
here.
We got 30 more minutes on this. So listen, I want to listen to this video.
Okay.
I just came across this channel. Mods, can y'all please listen to me carefully and put this link in the chat. The name of the channel is called Charisma Speaks Podcast. Now, it's spelled charisma is spelled differently. It's spelled Karizma. Karizma. Charisma Speaks Podcast. And this woman actually called the coroner's office. Because
Oh,
it's been in the rumor mill that the woman's body is missing.
what?
I heard that too,
Oh,
Sugar. You didn't hear that?
no.
Girl,
I
it's
didn't
all
hear that.
it is all
What?
type of crap. I'm telling you, Sugar. I had to put my phone down. I had to stop. I just had to stop.
Girl. See that I had stopped at a certain time when it started. It's really started going into my night. I had
Yeah, yeah,
nightmares. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
picking up body pieces on the body parts on the side of the road. Like it was all kind of. I said it was planes, trains, and automobiles all in my dreams. I was like, God damn.
Hmm.
That sinks in. It sinks in. That if you look at it too much, you got to give your mind a break. But damn, the
Well,
missing
thank you, Fun
body.
Baby. Thank you, girl. Good job. Thank you, Fun. So I'm gonna play this. We're gonna listen now. Fun and Sugar. If y'all want to stop me at any point, because she's gonna make listen. She's gonna put a whole timeline together. She's gonna talk about. She's gonna make this call to the coroner. It's only 12 minutes long, but it's real informative. Okay, and
I'm
so
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
quiet
play
through the
it.
whole thing. Let me
Yeah,
go
and
on mute.
if y'all wanna stop me at any point to say anything, let me know and I'll stop it. Okay. All right. So thank everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Y'all, we are back on the Crime and Justice channel. I am so excited. Thank y'all for coming. Hit the like button. Support your girl. We are here. Okay. All right, let's listen, y'all. Let me go back. Let me go back a little bit.
The exposing right here on Charisma Speaks.
Law enforcement agency from the troopers.
So everything regarding the body of my aunt is coming from.
That would be forensics. You would have to contact forensics.
Okay, so I was given the wrong information. I was told to contact Dr. John Jimigan.
Dr. Jernigan is the coroner. We do the death certificates.
Oh, okay.
We don't do the autopsies. That comes from forensics.
Okay. Thank you for that information. And as far as yeah, please.
It's 334.
Okay, 334.
Correct.
Okay. And thank you. I just have another question regarding the death certificate. When would that be available? Because I need to know what happened.
As soon as the funeral home sends it to us, and then we can get the report from forensics, and we'll take it from there.
Do you know like a usual turnaround time that occurs?
Usually within 5 days.
Okay, so hopefully I hear something soon. Okay, thank you so much. We just want to make sure everything's going right. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. That was Dr. John Jernigan's office in Montgomery County, Alabama. Okay, this information was available publicly in regards to contacting about information with Angela Stone, which we all know as Angie Stone, y'all. So let's go ahead and see what other information we are able to get. And then, because something's not right. It's like every time I call somebody, they transfer me to somebody or they're referring me to somebody. So it's like, why are y'all not doing y'all jobs? Why do we have to go through loops to get an answer? Oh man. Okay. So it's so many inconsistencies I want to go ahead and cover with y'all. All right. It's so many inconsistencies. First and foremost, Angie Stone, manager, claims that Angie was headed to Baltimore. But was she? Because this directly contradicts other reports from CNN and other reputable news sources and credible news sources that Angie was coming from a ball in Alabama and she was going to Atlanta, is what every other report said, except for one report that I found that is a independent Alabama news affiliated with the major, news stations. WSFA reported that Angie Stone's manager, she was telling them that Angie was headed to Baltimore. So today we're going to dive deeper into the mystery surrounding Angie Stone's tragic car accident, because new information has surfaced and the timeline's raising even more questions. Now let's start with Angie's last known appearance. Angie had just attended the 2025 Grand Marshals Ball for Mardi Gras. This is one of Alabama's biggest events, because if someone was drinking, did they wait until they sobered up, or were they still intoxicated? Why didn't they go to a hotel to rest up for a few more days or whatever? Because it seemed like from the reports that they left directly from the ball. And again, if they were drinking and the driver was drinking, then it makes sense why the Sprinter would have flipped over. Okay, so we're just trying to find information. We don't want to be disrespectful. We don't want to pry, but the mainstream media is not telling us something. They're not telling us a lot. This is the actual flyer from that fatal night that Angie Stone allegedly was in a tragic car accident. Okay, so let me make this a little bit bigger so we can see the details here. Okay, so as you can see, Angie Stone is right there on the cover and of this flyer as the main performer, right? As the main performer, the star of the night, the starlet of the night, Grand Ball 2025, unlimited alcohol. Now, I don't know if Miss Angie drank. If she still was drinking, we know that she had publicly disclosed that she was going through some health issues. So she also stated she took medication. So I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. Did she take medication? Did she drink alcohol? Did she not drink anything? Did someone give her something that made her sleep in that Sprinter? These are very, very important questions that we need answers to. And it seems like the more we ask, the more we don't get. I have spoken to now the police department, the Alabama forensic department, and no one has provided any type of information about this case. High profile cases. Let's talk about it, because that's the same thing they said about Tupac and Biggie, and they still don't know who killed them. Is this going to be another one where no details are given to the public? And we're not, no, we need answers. We're demanding answers. This is very suspicious. We definitely want an investigation and we want it done right. The mainstream media cannot be trusted a lot of the times because they are affiliated with Universal Music Group. Universal Music Group got a chokehold on the entertainment industry, and that's including the media outlets. A lot of these media outlets allegedly are paid under the table to report the same news. That's why you see the same stuff being reported, and you haven't heard about a lot of stories until you go to YouTube to find new content. That's why y'all are here. The mainstream media is not enough. We need the voices of the people, voices of the public to speak out and demand justice, especially for Black women and men. There has been conflicting crash reports. Originally, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, ALEA, reported the crash happened just before 7 a.m. However, they later corrected the time to 4:25 a.m. This raises major questions. Why was the
Now this right here, this is not. This is after they had done turned the van over because you see the tow truck drive. See, this is at the point to where the car is about to be towed. This is after the cops, after the medics, after everything. This is the aftermath. Like this is when this car is about, because you see the tow truck driver about to pull it. You see him, Um, so this is not when it actually happened at four something. Like I say, here at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's dark, and as we can see, this is broad daylight. So, um, yeah.
initial time wrong by nearly 3 hours? Who provided the 7 a.m. report, and was this an intentional misdirection? What happened between 4:25 a.m. and 7 a.m.? That is crazy. The 6-hour gap. Here's another concerning detail. ALEA troopers didn't clear the scene until around 11 a.m., according to reports, news reports. That's nearly 7 hours after the crash. Like, come on now. It takes that long. It takes 6 hours to clean.
Now, with that being said, what she just said, it don't take that long to clear. I I don't know if it was because she of who she was that it took that long, but it don't take that long to clear up a crash site.
But you know what, True? Sometimes what takes the longest is waiting on the corners. They don't come there like quick,
Well,
fast, and in a
okay.
hurry.
Once again, speaking from experience, it don't take it takes a minute. And listen. We had to sit like we was actually at the crime scene. Could not go anywhere near anything until the coroner showed up, right? And it
Mm,
did. Now you got to remember, with my son, it was by the time all this had happened, it was after midnight, right? So of course, coroner may be at home and be asleep. They had to wake him up or whatever. I don't know, but it took a minute. It did not take hours. It did not take hours. It took, and y'all, I was fucked up, but I think it took at least it seemed like forever though, Fun Beer, because we were sitting there
mm-hmm,
waiting. Right, it did seem like forever, but in thinking about it now, it did not take like hours upon hours. It didn't.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because can't nobody move that body until the coroner come.
Right.
Um, from 4 o'clock a.m. to 11. That's long. That's extensive.
They said 4 hours.
Well, the crash happened at 4 a.m. and she's saying that the
Mm-hmm.
scene wasn't cleared until like 11 o'clock a.m., which is probably this is probably the scene from around that time because, like I say, it's so bright
Yeah.
outside.
Well, you got to think there was 8 other people. You
Hmm.
got the fire trucks. You got to wait on the paramedics to escort all these people separately to the
Mhm.
hospital. They're taking pictures of the crime. I mean, not the crime scene, but the
Hey,
scene.
either. Mhm.
Um, there's a lot involved. So the only thing that seems to be left is the sprinter and the 18 wheeler is waiting
Mhm.
on a tow truck to tow it away.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I can kind of see 4 hours. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute. That was a horrible accident.
Well, hey, you gotta think about it. That's more than 4 hours from 4 a.m. and we'll give it 5 a.m. because you gotta wait for people to show up. Da da da. So we're gonna say 5 a.m. to 11. That's 6.
Hmm.
Could be explainable. It was a lot. It was a lot. Like you said, it was multiple people. One had passed
Yeah.
away. You got this truck. You got all this
Hmm.
going on. So who took this video, Barry?
I don't know. Just could have been somebody like me and you just passing through,
Yeah,
and they didn't actually realize who was involved in the accident as far as an entertainer. They at that moment probably didn't know until after the fact, watching the news, and they like, damn, I got footage of that.
yeah. And they sent it to TMZ because that's
Yeah.
who had it.
Because when we run up on
Hey,
an
Miss
accident, we
Brenda.
have no idea the people involved.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. Okay. All right. Let's listen.
Clean up a crime scene, it takes that long. In some instances, it does. But in this case, with the conflicting time about when the accident allegedly occurred, some they said 7 a.m. at first, and then changed it to 4:25, and now they're saying that it took what until 11 around 11 a.m. to get everything settled. So from 4:25 a.m. to 11 a.m. it took that long. Usually, it's not that much traffic at 4 in the morning, which is probably why they decided to leave the ball to get a head start on the traffic. I don't know how bad Alabama traffic is. February 28th going into March 1st, I believe, because some reports say
At
late
4
February.
a.m., the interstate, at 4 a.m., on a normal day, the interstate is pretty clear. The most you're gonna see trucks, of course. You're gonna see those 18 wheelers. You may see a little traffic of people that may have worked night shift or going into work. It's not a whole lot of traffic on Interstate I 6 on I-65 at 4 a.m. Not a lot at all. So yeah.
28, and some reports says March 1st. So there's another issue. So from all the information that I collected and marinated on, right, it seems as though she went to the ball. She had a ball with her team, and some people who maybe was affiliated or associated with UMG had to be there. Okay, in my opinion, who else was there? Okay, so let's get back to the crime scene though. Again, ALEA troopers didn't clear the scene until 11 a.m. That's nearly 7 hours after the crash, allegedly. This leads to even more questions, such as why did it take so long to clear the scene? Where were there delays? Excuse me, were there delays in responding to the crash? What exactly was happening during those missing hours? So that's exactly what we need to know. Now, there's confusion over Angie's destination. As I mentioned earlier, her manager, Deborah Champagne, reportedly is her manager, according to WSFA. Champagne said that Angie was going to Baltimore, not Atlanta. She said she was going to Baltimore for a CIAA basketball tournament that was happening. I guess that was happening around that time, allegedly. Well, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is Angie crashed on Interstate 65, which is not a direct route to Baltimore. So was she actually headed to Baltimore, or was
All right. So Sugar pointed that out. Sugar, you still here? Sugar may be doing something, y'all. But she pointed that out that it took an odd route. Now I don't know, y'all. Where was she going from? Was she going to Atlanta or Baltimore?
This is the first I heard headed to Atlanta. I thought she was going to
See,
Baltimore.
I thought they were going through Atlanta to get to Baltimore. That's what I thought. I thought they would, because you
No,
can
but
go
why
through
would
Atlanta.
you go through Atlanta to get to Baltimore?
No, no, no. Let me see. Let me get it right. Cause see, Atlanta is where I think they live. Like all of those people live in Atlanta. So if they were headed to another event, they would not be headed to Atlanta. They would be headed straight to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So is that a known route? Yeah, it's the interstate, Rambling. It's a yeah, it's the interstate. That's the interstate. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But let's listen to what she has to say.
Someone tell her somewhere else that she didn't expect or wasn't aware of. So we want to get into some theories here. These are just theories. This is not the facts. We're just asking questions. We want to know what really happened. What really happened? Because given all these inconsistencies, we have to ask, did
Now I
something
don't know
happen?
about Baltimore Rambling, but I do know it's a long route to go to Atlanta. I-65 North. I-65 North is what I've written. I-65 North a lot here lately. But yeah, leaving here going to Atlanta is I-65 North.
At the Mardi Gras ball, right? Did something happen at that ball before she left? Did something happen at the Mardi Gras event that changed Angie's plans? Was there an undocumented stop or a detour before the crash? Could there have been foul play, a setup, or something more? So this case is filled with contradictions, missing details, and suspicious gaps in the time period. And as more information comes out, we need to keep asking the right questions. So I want to know, what do you think happened between 4:25 a.m. and 7 a.m.? Do you believe that Angie was actually going to Baltimore, or was she going to Atlanta? Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. And we're going to continue to investigate this. I have way, way, way more details and way more information for you. All right. So we're going to continue to dig deeper in this. So go ahead and share your thoughts, and I will see you on the next Charisma Speaks YouTube.
Are you on mute, Truth?
Girl, I am.
I'm like, I don't hear nothing. Hello.
What I was saying was, okay, that's the end of that. Y'all, I need a mind to once again drop Miss Charisma Speaks podcast link in the chat. Y'all go over there and check her out if you like. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm actually gonna watch her channel because I like her. I like the way she presents her story. And so I will be keeping up with her. I think I actually have a couple more videos that she put out that we're gonna get into at a later date. I want to listen to this, and I don't know. I had not watched this one yet, but I want to see what it's saying. And this is gonna be the last video I play today. But what you got to say about what? Drop the link. My phone. Okay. All right, sugar. Give me a second. I wonder where you went. Hold on. What you think about that video, Funberry?
This is the thing. I keep saying this. I don't want my judgment to be foggy, to get fogged up by
Well, what
everybody.
we got to remember though in all of this is that everybody has their own opinion, and everybody's
Yeah.
opinion is gonna be respected. Like
Mm-hmm.
I see where I see your stance. Your stance is for right now. I just see it as a tragic accident until something concrete comes
Says
out that it
otherwise.
wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Mm-hmm.
got people like I said, Sugar and others who's just
Mm-hmm.
emotional and they can't get that
Yeah.
last live out of their head where she talked about. I don't know what they may do in order to not
Mm-hmm.
pay me my money. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's just that. It's just go ahead, go
The
ahead.
family's already going through enough, and
Absolutely.
I
Mhm.
don't want to put salt onto the wound by
Mhm.
saying that she was purposely taken away.
Because that puts a whole nother emotion
That
on it. You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes, and I don't want
Mhm.
to. I don't want that to be. I really, really don't.
So if
I
that
just pray that
tournament,
it was a tragic accident and that's what
uh
it was and
so
nothing
Rambling,
more.
if that tournament in Baltimore that they were headed to was set for 4 p.m. on that on that March 1st, they would have been trying to go straight to Baltimore. They would have been going straight to Baltimore. Yeah.
Why they were going to Atlanta? Maybe they had enough time to make a pit stop for people to, I don't know, do what they needed to do and then get back on the
Mhm.
road to head to Baltimore.
Mhm.
I don't. This is the first I've heard. They were headed to Atlanta.
Mhm. Mhm. You back, sugar?
I think, yeah, I think maybe they might have had to do stop. You know what I mean?
But see, that's
In
what people are
Atlanta.
saying though. But see, sugar, that goes back to what you feel, because that's what people are saying. People are saying that the initial plan was to go straight to Baltimore, but for some reason
Hmm.
they were deterred to go to
To
Atlanta and go
Atlanta.
that right. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I mean,
And that's part. And people are saying that's part of the setup.
I was gonna say that sound like it's part of the setup. Like, we got to do this thing over here in Atlanta. But I know they had a scheduled concert in Baltimore. It was scheduled.
Hmm.
So they had to be
Hmm.
in Baltimore for sure. I mean, this about what, 12 hours?
Yeah, if at 4 a.m. they was here on the interstate of Montgomery, they
Hmm.
to get to Baltimore, they had to be going straight to Baltimore
Straight.
by 4. Cause see, yeah,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and for me actually thinking about it, it wouldn't have been enough time to go through Atlanta.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they had a scheduled event in Baltimore. It was scheduled. Like, people bought
Yeah,
tickets and shit.
yeah, scheduled
Yeah.
right. So listen, I have not watched this particular video. I did put it in my watch later, and since it popped up, I said I wanted to listen to it. This is also Charisma Speaks, and I
Welcome to
told
the
y'all
Charisma
I'm gonna
Speaks
be listening.
podcast. Charisma
Oh, hold on, Charisma. I'm gonna be listening to her because I like the way she brings her content,
Right.
and this other stuff, these other things, they just get to be too much, y'all. And so, the title of this one is Alabama Police Speak Out. No Angie Stone crash report available to public. Now, I want to say this, and she's got an exclamation mark at the end, which I think maybe she's saying that's weird and unusual. Actually, it's not. For a police report not to be out even today, and it's Thursday, and the crash happened Saturday, not unusual.
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all. I've had, well, I wasn't in an accident. Turner was in an accident once, and we needed a police report for the insurance company. It took actually over a week. It actually took close to 2 weeks to get it. So it being Thursday and the accident happened Saturday is, and the police report is not available. It's not unusual.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? If they were going to Georgia and then Baltimore, it's not really taking them out of the route.
That's what I keep emphasizing. It's not taking
Yeah.
them out the route. It's not taking them out the route of eventually going to Baltimore. But why did they have to go to Atlanta? Why did they have to make a pit stop in Atlanta?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe that was part of the plan all along.
Yeah.
Maybe they was gonna leave Mobile, go to,
Yep.
go to Atlanta, and then leave Atlanta going to Baltimore. It could have
Yep.
been part of the plan.
Little do run, little
When
do
when was
stop.
the next show? The
The
next.
Baltimore show was the next show that was started at 4 p.m. on that
Okay,
same
I
day.
got that. They were on the road. What, early Sunday morning? You might as well say
No, no, no,
Monday.
no, no, no. The show in Mobile was Friday. She
Hmm.
died Saturday morning, 4 days Saturday morning. So the show was gonna be Saturday at 4 p.m.
So after the show, they went to the hotel motel, right? Mosey Wosey
I'm
got a
thinking
little
when
rest
they no no
rest.
no. I'm thinking when they left the show in Mobile, they got straight on the road.
You think they got straight on the road, which is why,
Absolutely. You gotta
could
think
be why
about it.
dude fell
You
asleep because
gotta
he was
think about
tired.
it. If they crashed at 4 a.m., they did a show that night before that and
That show
leaving
was over about
Mobile
what, 1,
and
12,
leave
1.
yeah and leaving Mobile, they had to leave Mobile and get on the road. They didn't go back to no hotel.
You know what kills me about this whole thing, and I keep thinking, why did he get the whole band?
Why did they get the whole band? The whole band. Who was carrying the equipment? Who was driving with the equipment? There had to be another car. I know all of that
I don't
equipment.
think all that equipment fitted in that sprinter.
No, I
I
think it
just
was
don't
another
think.
There's
caravan. Like,
always more than one sprinter to carry the equipment and all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
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 So where was the equipment gone on before them? Well, they couldn't have because they had to break down the equipment to put it in the sprinter. So where was the caravan at? Usually when they on the road like that, it's them and the big trailer like thing or something like the sprinter.
They
And
could have
it's
left ahead of them. You get what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. Maybe they left ahead of them. Like once they broke it down, they got right on the road and left. Y'all, it's too much. It's too much. What if and who and why? And I wish they would have never put the shit out there so you wouldn't be sitting up here speculating what the hell happened to her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like
That's
who?
why I say. That's why I say. Once you put something out here like that, the fact that it ain't no police report or nothing like
No,
that, it makes it tough.
dude.
It makes it tough. You know, of course they were gonna put out here that she had passed.
Oh yeah,
Um, there
yeah.
was no avoiding that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, once you put something out and there's no answers, then that leaves room for people to just run
Hmm.
amok.
Yep.
Hmm.
Mind get to wandering. They go saying, well, this might have happened. I don't want to put out anything for nobody. Thank you for the cash app. Whoever that is, I can't see who it is, but I see it. Thank you. I don't go mention no names because I'm scared.
Yeah, don't mention it. If it's a YouTube name, fine. But if it's a
Yeah,
government
I ain't
name, don't mention
mentioning
it.
no names. You
Yeah,
know who you are, and thank you so much. Like,
right.
man, it's scary out here. That's what I'm saying. This is messy. It's
Yeah,
messy. It's messy. If something
Hmm.
happens to you, Truth, something happened to me, and we get on here, you keep it cute, you, Buddy Boy Trey, is he listening? Anything happen to us? We can come out on the platform and say, hey, y'all, I'm being this, that, and that is happening to me in my life. So at least you got some heads up on what's going on in my private life, right?
right,
Because
Hmm.
right.
we all put ourselves on Front Street. Damn, man, that's why I said that's why I'm so emotional about it, Truth. You're right. Because we
Yeah,
put ourselves on Front Street and then shit like this happens. You know what I mean? And then the family's all fucked up. Then people don't even understand how that whole thing is fucked up. It's fucked up for the kids, the grandkids, it's fucked up for all of
mhm,
them.
mhm.
And so now this
And
lady,
I think that's the point that Fawn is trying to make is that she don't want to add to that. Like she don't want to add to all these conspiracy theories, and the
right,
family got to click on and listen to all this crap. They got to listen to all, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like I
sad.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
It is sad. It's sad. I feel
Hmm.
bad for even sometimes I feel bad for something. I feel like I want to fight for her. Like,
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
very,
what I
I
feel
just,
like. That's what I feel like. What mode you in right now for Angie? You want to fight? I get it.
yeah, I
I
want to
get it.
fight you motherfuckers.
Yeah, but oh, let's listen to this, y'all. Where is my okay? Let's listen to Charisma speaks about the fact that there's no police report. Let's see what she has to say.
Put this in here. Okay, come
Delves deep into the heart of the controversy. Commentary, analytical insights, and a search for justice. This isn't for the faint of heart. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The exposing continues right here on Charisma Speaks. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. It is your hostess, Queen Charisma. Today, I have an exclusive phone call that I had with the Montgomery, Alabama.
I will say this: I like her. I just had to put that out there. I like her channel, and so her channel is where I'll be because like I say, I done scurried through a lot of crap, and it's just disheartening. But I like her. But let's listen.
Police department. Took them forever to get to the phone. You will hear it. And also, it seemed like she didn't want to really give me any information. So I'm going to go ahead and play it now and let me know what y'all think, okay?
on. Oh shit.
Thank you. Just can't handle the truth.
Hello, my police department. Hi, yes, I wanted to know how do I access traffic accident reports if they're not available yet? Um, when did you file the report? Well, I wanted to do it today. I actually searched for it first, and it didn't come up on the website. Is there like a certain time before y'all upload it, or? I'm saying, what date? When did you file the? Oh, today. Sorry. Oh yeah, if it's today, then it takes usually up to 3 to 5 business days before the PA. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. That's all I needed to know. So 3 to 5 business days, and if you guys are like,
Not charisma. Charisma. I got to say this charisma. It- I don't know what day you were calling for this report. You say and I know you're pretending like I know what she's doing, but if you call Saturday, I don't know when she made this call. This video was uploaded. Let me look. Ooh, this video was uploaded. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna join her membership too, y'all. Can I tell? I can't. Oh, 1 day ago. I don't know if you called yesterday or you called on Saturday. Now, if you called on Saturday, you definitely wouldn't have got a report. But if you called on yesterday, I have to say again, it's not odd that there was no report available. I don't know what it is about those cops and those reports, but they it's like they take their time putting them in or whatever, or maybe it takes time to get in the database. I don't know, but yeah, let's continue.
investigated something, for example, like the Angie Stone situation, would that even be public at all? Oh, no, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you. Bye bye. All right.
Wait a minute, did she say no, ma'am? Did she say no? It wouldn't be available. Let me listen.
Yeah, play it back because I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
because for traffic reports, why would they seal hers? Traffic
Right.
reports are public.
Yeah.
Let me back it up.
Hey, sorry. Oh yeah, if it's today, then it takes usually up to 3 to 5 business days before. See. Okay. That's all I needed to know. So 3 to 5 business days, and if you guys are like investigating something, um, for example, like the Angie Stone situation, okay. Thank you. All right, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you. Bye bye. All right, bye bye.
Damn, it's breaking up, y'all. I can't understand it. Did y'all hear it?
No, I didn't, but it kind of makes sense. Now, if it's under investigation, I can see why they won't release it immediately,
I'm not
but
talking
later
about her
down the
death.
line,
No, no,
maybe.
no, Thornberry. No, no, no. It's two separate things. The actual accident is totally separate from the investigation into her death. A traffic report of an accident is public. It's public.
Yeah, I get that, but if there is an investigation into this, they may hold off releasing. Not to say they won't release it because it is public, but they may take a minute to make release it to the public until the investigation is, cleared.
You know how long that take?
It just depends on how deep the investigation is. I would
Absolutely.
assume.
I think, yeah, and I also think too. I think it'll take it. The time span depends on whether or not she actually died from the accident.
Yeah, so I kind of get it. Not to say sooner or later they will release the accident report, but if they're trying to figure this whole thing out, they may hold out releasing it.
because they know it'll be mayhem if they put it out there.
Yeah, because sometimes it could corrupt the investigate. You get what I'm saying? True.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I do.
Having to
Hmm.
hide evidence and shit.
Yeah, I kind of get it. Like if they're not gonna release it immediately because of an investigation, I get it.
I can't even hear what the hell she said. It's breaking up. I can't, but I'm gonna
Yeah, it
play
was
it.
breaking up pretty bad. I didn't hear it, and it's like she blurred out
Well,
some certain stuff they were talking
yeah,
about.
tell me
Yeah,
what y'all think of that. They
yeah. Let me back it up a little bit more. I can't.
Situation, would that even be public at all? Oh, no, ma'am. Okay. Okay.
She
Thank you.
said
All right. That's
no.
all
Oh,
I
she
wanted to know.
said no,
Thank you.
She
ma'am.
said
Bye.
no, ma'am. She said no,
I heard it
ma'am.
that time. She said no, ma'am.
That's weird.
Mhm.
That's weird.
I kind of get. I kind of understand it. I don't know if it would be fact or not, but I kind of get it.
Yeah. Okay. This.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. That's all I needed to know. So 3 to 5 business days. And if you guys are like investigating, then, for example, like the Angie Stone situation, would that even be public at all? Oh, no, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Thank
She asked the question. She asked the question the wrong way. She asked the
Hmm.
question. She asked the question. She's wanting to know if the police with the accident report would be released, but that's not how she's asking the question. She's asking the question geared towards the investigation of her death. Would that be released? And I can see why the woman said no. See, it's two
Hmm.
different things.
Hmm.
It's two different things. See, she didn't ask the question right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Wow.
And if you guys are like investigating something, um, for example, like the Andy Stone situation, would that even be public at all? Oh, no, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you. Bye bye. All right. All right. Bye bye.
Yeah, because if they're investigating
so
something, they're
yeah,
not
tell
going to
me what
make
y'all
that
think of
public.
that. They said that
No, they ain't releasing nothing when it comes to a death until they're ready. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, she didn't ask it. She should have specifically said the traffic report or the
The traffic.
accident
Yeah.
report.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah. The ball.
the information is not public. It could be that they're investigating. I don't know. But she just seemed like she only wanted to give me a little bit of information. I don't know. I just felt like if I tried to ask her more, that she wouldn't, cooperate because it took like 20 rings for her to come to the phone. So I don't know what they're doing at the Alabama Police Department. I'm not sure if they're short of staff. I'm not too sure what's going on, but it should not take that long for someone to answer the phone. What
Well,
if
Charisma, I don't know
somebody
where
had
you stay. First of all, it's the Montgomery Police Department, and girl, I think you were blessed to even get an answer. I'ma just be so honest. I'ma just be so honest, girl. For you to have gotten, but you to have gotten through and actually directly got connected to somebody, girl, you did good. You did good. I'm just being honest.
But that is pitiful. 20 rings. It rang too many times. That they don't have voicemail.
Well, I mean, no, well, not if you calling like the front desk. If you calling the front desk, I mean, but like I say, 20 rings. Oh, there's a plane, y'all. Hold on. 20 rings ain't unusual, but like I said, she was lucky to even get directed to, baby. You can be transferred here and there and everywhere before you get somebody. Actually, sometimes.
Y'all country as hell down there.
No,
Cause
we're
y'all
not.
ain't
No,
got
we're not.
voicemail.
No, 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 no. I'm not gonna let you. We're not Mayberry. Like, no, we're not
Y'all ain't
Mayberry.
got voicemail.
Who the fuck wants to talk to a voicemail anyway? If you call in the front desk, you're not gonna get a. Now you may get a thing that directs you to another number or say, "Do you want to be?" But as far as the voicemail, no, I don't think so. But yeah, like I say, yeah, you can get 20 rings for a beer. I'm just saying,
Man, it's 2025. We don't get 15 rings, dog. You know what I'm
girl.
saying?
Listen, listen. I can only, if she called the day of, actually, I'm gonna be clear. I'm gonna be honest. If she called the day of this accident, it's no telling what kind of calls them people were getting.
Yeah, they probably was getting flooded.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I don't know what day she made this call, but yeah, she did good to get through. I'm gonna just say that. All right, here we go. Mm. And I know that lady right there in that picture. I ain't want to say it, but I got to with her cheese. I know that police officer right there. Yeah.
Like a emergency situation or something like that. Like, what are they doing in that department? I don't. Y'all tell me what you think of this because something is just not right to me. Something just
Listen, Charisma, you calling the front desk is not an emergency. You call 911 for that. That's a whole different department. You call the front desk, boo. That's not people that's calling about an emergency ain't calling the front desk. They calling 911. So there's no urgency to pick up the phone. There's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And things of that nature.
Absolutely.
Not an
still
urgency
seems
to get
off.
voicemail.
I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the different reports about the accident, the different everything is different. Everybody have different details. Looking at the news reports, I'm looking at news articles. I'm reading different articles, and they all are saying different things. Some articles are saying that the Ben Sprinter was hit by the 18 wheeler first and then it flipped over. Other reports are saying that the car flipped over first and then was hit by an 18 wheeler. And I'm just like, how is that possible? If you look at the video of somebody recording the actual accident scene, you can see that the Sprinter was like in the middle of a divider on the freeway. So it was not in traffic. So if the car flipped over first, and it looked like it looked like it skirted off the road. It didn't look like it was no flip. It looked like that Sprinter, like somebody made them go off the road.
I
That's what it.
gotta admit, I have to admit she's right about that. Cause listen, if you paid attention to when I played the video, you can see the skid marks in the dirt, right? You can see that. See when a car flips off the road and flips, ain't you got tire tracks on that grass? Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
It looks like the car was knocked
Like
into
out of
the
control.
medium. It looks like the car was actually hit and knocked into the medium, and
Yeah.
maybe went across the medium into the other traffic, into the pathway of the truck.
Right.
I gotta agree with her on that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Because if it
Looks like
flipped, of
it's
course, if
oncoming
if the
traffic.
if the van flipped and ended up on the other side, of course you're gonna see, you're gonna see some shit, but you ain't gonna see tire tracks going from one side of the interstate to the other. It looks like from what I saw, and this is my opinion, that car was hit, forced into that medium, forced across that medium into the traffic of the other lane.
Right.
If
Across the medium into oncoming traffic.
yes,
Yep.
yes,
And
because
that's why that
I'm
18
looking at the
wheeler was
tire
hit on
track.
the wheel. See what side that 18 wheeler was hit on? It was hit right at the wheel. That means they came and ran into them. The car
That's
ran into
what it looks
the
like.
wheel.
That's what
Yep.
it looks like. I gotta admit that. I gotta admit it. I'm looking at the tire tracks. Is what I'm looking at.
Yep. That's what it looked like.
Okay, all right. Let's listen.
It looked like to me. You can see that the divider is not in traffic. So I'm just trying to figure out if the Sprinter flipped first and it landed in the middle divider where that grass area was, how then did a big rig hit it? I'm just, and then if you look at the angles don't make sense either. It so to me, I just feel like something is going on here. Okay, I think it's more to the story. I just believe that because Angie was exposing the music industry. And I looked back and did my research. She was exposing them like, well, let me see how far back. It was like 4 years ago. I saw a video on YouTube where somebody uploaded a video from IG. So she used to just expose them on IG Live, but y'all know those lives only last 24 hours and then they disappear. So she had somebody help make a YouTube channel. But yeah, she been exposing the music industry. She been saying that somebody was after her. The devil is trying to, get to her and all this stuff. And they blacklisted her. They stunted her growth after a while. She also said other singers and entertainers basically beat her music, stole from her, didn't give her credit allegedly. So it's just a lot. I think they just wanted to really use her, and they wanted her to give the gift freely, to give her gift freely without complaining. You know what I mean? Basically, be exploited, don't complain about it. And because she didn't, I think they had an issue with that. So tell me what y'all think about that phone call, because I just don't feel like, to me, I feel like maybe the police is involved. The police, the feds, the authorities involved in this, they are going to do whatever it takes to cover it up. In my opinion, they're probably editing the actual freeway footage. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that they're editing and redacting some portions of the freeway video in the area that where the accident happened. So apparently, sometimes we see that they will hold the footage, they will hold on to the documents, and then they start editing the documents, editing the footage, redacting certain things, clipping certain things, making it seem, basically like setting it up to seem like it was something that it wasn't, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think of this. I'm going to definitely keep on investigating. And if you go ahead and investigate as well, and send me things, make sure you send it to charismaspeakstruth@gmail.com. If you hear anything else, any other news regarding the passengers, something is not making sense. And I don't think anybody could convince me otherwise. So let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, how the Alabama police is acting. They just straight up told me it's not going to be available. She didn't give me no additional information. She didn't say, oh,
I'm sorry, I gotta reiterate. It's not the Alabama, it's the Montgomery. It's the Montgomery police. And the question that you asked, the answer that she gave is not suspicious because you didn't ask you didn't specify charisma. Um, yeah, you didn't specify that. Yeah, that's that.
oh yeah, we're investigating this. No, she said those documents are not publicly available. So I don't know if they will ever be publicly available or if it will be a time that it will be available, but some information may have been redacted or edited. I don't know, but I'm going to definitely keep my eyes on this. So you guys stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you want to go ahead and support the channel, support independent journalism and independent content creation, please do that. I do not have a team. It's just me. So you can go ahead and hit the like button. You can go ahead and donate to the channel via Cash App, $Charisma Speaks. You can also join our channel membership. All your contributions help me to continue what I do. All right. So thank you so much for your continued support. And I will see y'all on the next video. Peace.
Okay. All right, y'all. So that's gonna be it for today. I don't want listen, y'all on this channel. I don't want the live stream to be that long because I do want people to catch the replay. So I want to stop at 2, but we almost at 2.5, which is good, which is okay. I think we talked about or listened to, some good stuff. Like I say, we are gonna come back and talk some more about it. I got some other things I wanna react to, such as what her son had to say. Um I think they said D'Angelo spoke out. I don't know if that's true or not. I gotta watch the video. But yeah, I appreciate everybody joining me today. Sugar or Funberry, y'all want to say something before we get off?
I think this was an excellent
Glad
live.
you back,
Can't wait to
sis.
do it again.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. True, check your email and let me know if you got the link I sent. Yeah, I saw the notification, Ken. I got it. I'm gonna look at it when I get off, sweetie. I got you. But yeah, y'all. Like I say, once again, no. Whether it was a tragic accident, whether it's foul play, we don't know that yet. Of course, we don't. But what I will say is, please pray for the family. Please pray for her kids, their strength. Please pray for those grandbabies. Just keep them in prayer, y'all, because it's sad. It's really sad that their mom is gone. Angie Stone is gone, y'all, and it's just so sad. Um, you know what? To be honest, I mean, we could talk about this all day and all night, but the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, I hope it was just a tragic accident. I don't.
Yeah.
I hate to think
Mm-hmm.
that these people actually took this angel out of here over
Mm-hmm.
money. I just don't
Right.
want to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I just
disheartening.
don't. We know it happens, though. We know it happens,
Oh yeah.
but like I say, I just wish this is not the case, and I just wish that I hope and pray that it was just God decided it was time for her to come home and rest, and it not be that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, y'all, I will be back. What's today? Thursday. My plan was to come on this channel at least every Tuesday and Thursday, maybe on the weekend if I can, but at least Tuesday and Thursday. Um, Now I don't know if I'm gonna wait until next Tuesday to come back because I got so much I want to talk about. So I may end up coming back on this channel either Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Okay, but of course I schedule it so y'all can see it. Sugar, just watch my wall, baby, because I would like
Okay.
for you to be here.
Okay.
I enjoyed you and Farm Bear today. I really did.
For
And
sure.
yeah, we're gonna talk about it, Sugar. Like I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it. Whatever's going on, I won't talk about it. But if nothing else, we can come on in here and remember her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here because I do plan on going on the T channel in about an hour. And so yeah, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Be careful. Who is that? What's that say? Time will heal pain. Kisses. Hello, everyone. She was in ICU 9 weeks ago. She talked about crossing over. Well, yeah, we listened to the live stream where she talked about that. We actually on my T channel we talked about that when she got sick that last time. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank y'all to everybody in the chat that said you enjoyed the live. I'm glad y'all did. Um, okay, Natasha Boo. I'll get you through the rest of the day, girl. But thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for supporting. I got my regulars over here. Looks like y'all will wait for us to come back and we back.
We
Okay?
back.
With that being
Mm-hmm.
said, y'all have a blessed, beautiful rest of the day. I see y'all out here in these streets. Okay? Until next time, true sippers and stay gang stand up and we out. Love y'all. Thank you, Fun. Thank you, Sugar.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye. Love
All
Love
you
right,
y'all.
if you going live, I'll be in the bushes, okay?
Okay.
All righty. Thank
All
you,
right.
Fun.
too. Bye, sugar.
Peace out. Bye, baby.